ideas. Ideas become products or services. Products or services give you revenue, right? So in any business establishment, this is how businesses work, right? That's the revenue engine or the innovation engine, which gives a lot of revenue. Now, where do ideas come from? Ideas, what is the precursor of ideas? If you think about it, those are problems. Lots and lots of problems, right? So that's the backstory of ideas itself. Now, who has those problems? Think about it. Who has those problems that transform into ideas? People come up with all sorts of ideas for problems, but what is the backstory of problems? People have all those problems, right? So lots and lots of people around us, they have lots and lots of problems, and you generate ideas. Okay. Now, ideas and products and services, there is a huge gap. What is that? What are we missing? There is some gap right there. You can't just take ideas and make it a product or a service, but it has to be something that has to go between that. Let me give you an example. Let's say I'm driving a car, okay? Or let's say I built a car and then I invite you to drive the car, okay? Before that, I explain all the features, how fast it can go, what is the mileage, what is the the absorption coefficient or whatever that shock absorption, what are the tires like, how much capacity, all that stuff they can talk about. Somebody tells you that. Just when I'm about to enter the car, somebody tells you, wait a second, we haven't really the faintest idea whether the wheels are going to come off, the steering wheel is going to come off, or the panel is going to fall on your head. We have no idea. And you will give all sorts of excuses and get the hell out of that place, right? So, why? Because we have not really tested that idea. Okay, nobody really likes untested ideas. So you have to test them before it becomes a reality, it becomes a product or a service. That's important. Okay, so these are the 4 steps: people, problems, ideas, and test. These are the 4 things that become products and services and eventually should lead you to revenue. So this is what is the revenue engine or the innovation engine. Every organization works like this. So about 8 years ago, I was thinking about a course design and I came up with these 4 steps before the product or service. It made a lot of sense to me at the time. I said, sort of flows into a logic like this. Now, if students come back and tell me, I was designing this course for a management school, I said, if students are going to have to find out what people are going through, I have to help them. Problems also have to help them. Ideas, what do you mean by ideas? And test, what does it really mean, test, right? So to expand that, we took the people and said, let's empathize with them. What does empathize mean? You understand from an intellectual standpoint, what is it that people are going through? And from a feeling perspective, emotional perspective, you connect with them and find out what's going on. That's when you really go through what people are going through. Put yourself into their shoes. You've heard that expression before, right? It's exactly what we do in empathize. Walk the path along with them, as if you are them. Okay. The second for problems is you can't just take whatever people tell you and start working on it. Lots of my earlier days, people and even I used to take whatever people said, start working on it, generate ideas and start going with it. Doesn't work so well. You need to analyze what is it that people are going through. Some tools we will teach you on how to really find out what is the problem that we have to find out. Okay, that's the core of it. Then once you know and identify what the problem is, you then generate ideas. Now these are more pertinent because you go into the root cause or the place where it all begins, right? So the cool part about it is that when you solve that, you also solve something that is above that. All the other related problems are solved. That's the logic behind this. Okay. Also, we throw in one more thing, which is the service provider or manufacturer's point of view is never captured in the inside this journey. So we also take that into account in analysis. Then we want to generate ideas. Use your creativity. Sit under your favorite tree. Take your favorite pen and paper and start writing down all sorts of ideas. So that's what goes on in your ideas are solved. When you're stuck for ideas, we have a hack which will open up your idea fountain. Just start generating ideas at any time you want. So we have a little hack. We will definitely tell you about that. Now, once you are into ideation, it's not enough if you just talk about it, but also test them. So you test for ideas. What do you mean by test? You make a prototype. That is, you give form and shape to your ideas. That you take it back to your customers to check whether it is really works or not. So it's actually a nice little loop from test back into empathize, right? So because you made the product, now you want to go and check whether it really works or not. Okay, so you empathize again. That's for the next version of it, and you go round and round. It's in loop. It's not a simple one step from left to right, but it goes all the way around also. So this in all are the steps which will help you in figuring out what is it before anything becomes a product or service. It helps you in figuring out what all do people want, what is their underlying problem, what ideas can I come up with, and then we make prototypes of this, the testing. So this is the basis of the innovation engine in many organizations, that many successful, you can think of any successful organization and think about these steps. How are they doing this? Think about it or find out information. You will know that they are doing it in this phase. Okay. So when I started researching about this, I realized this is what the closest methodology that came to this was called design thinking. Okay, I researched a little bit and I found that in design thinking also they do this empathize and try to define a problem. Then they ideate to generate ideas and then make a prototype and test it. So this is how the whole thing worked, and this is what design thinking was. Very systematic, very efficient, process driven, beautifully you can lay it out, you know where you are with this. So you can really neatly go from left to right and generate these product or service ideas. Okay, this is what is design thinking.